Hello traders and welcome. I hope you can hear me clearly this time. Sorry, some of the sound quality has not been great on previous videos, so I will make sure that's better this time. I'm short this one. This is the Euro US. This is the first time we've come in contact with the 50 EMA since May 9 when we crashed through it. Otherwise we've just not been in contact with it at all. It's been so weak. All the highs have sold. This is the ECB bar, which we have not breached. We've been operating, we've sold off, we kept within it, came back up, pulled back, and here we are, having just tested the 50 MA. So I've shorted it relatively high up. Not got much of a buffer at the moment, I have to be honest. Barely covering my spread, a little bit more, but not much. And my stop is just a few points above the highs. So I am going to stay short. It's the ECB European Summit tomorrow, so I hope they talk about easing, because if they talk about easing, that will weaken. It could dramatically weaken the euro and crash through that 136. Crash through 136. Hopefully the next port of call will be 135, and then 134, etc., etc. So let's see. Not risking much capital. This is one of these nice low risk trades that I'll be talking about in the boot camp. Okay, so a pretty quiet, lame day really. If we look at the Dow and tighten that up a bit, so we have all this resistance above, all this support down here. I'm looking for at least a test of 700 at some stage soon. We tested 800 yesterday and did a bit of shorting at the highs, but didn't get me anywhere. It didn't really move that much, so I tried a small short on the way up, thinking that it was going to just pull back and then drop, and it hasn't done. And we are 45 minutes off the close, so not much cooking. And gold is doing okay. All the little pullbacks are bought. That's been a good day trading vehicle. If you just pick up the lows here are around about 13.10. I was looking for a move right back to 13. So far we've not had it. RSI is high, could still be on the cards. That was such a big bar the other day that I was hoping for a more severe pullback. Not done it. Right, a lot of sideways charts here. This is US dollar yen. Still, that's interesting. I haven't paid enough attention to this daily chart, because that low was up. It looks to me as if the US dollar yen bears have jumped in there. Let's look at what data we've got tomorrow. We've got Bank of England Governor speaking at 10:30, European Summit all day, and weekly jobs at 1:30, so fairly quiet. The jobs date, we are obviously trapped in a tight range here, and have been for a while, with the exception of this little squirt up here. So I'm going to have to stay out, but just watch to see if any lower level dips get bought, see if we can push up. We could just roll over. Sometimes when you get a little apex like this, you can just get one little blast of the highs and then it will just roll over. Okay, so it's could go either way. That one could definitely go either way. US dollar CAD. Massive support down there from this box breakout here in January, the first week in January. Stay tuned, because the Bank of Canada are no more likely to raise rates anytime sooner than the Fed. So there's a little box play there. Extreme RSI, but nothing doing at the moment. Right, let's look at the pound. Back under that little what's that major resistance level with Mark Carney, Governor of Bank of England, speaking tomorrow. So a drop of 169.50. You could see that come all the way down here. Got divergent RSI up there, so it is struggling. It is definitely struggling up there. Pound yen, not too dissimilar. Poked its head above that resistance and dropped back down. Euro US we looked at. The Euro yen is not bad actually. It's holding its own. 50 MA creeping down above it. So again, one touch of 940 area could see that rotate back down to the downtrend. Euro pound has been staging a recovery, but I am about to set an alarm on resistance level. Because I would like to get short for a potential rotation back down to that downtrend. Divergent RSI is seeing that one pull up, but at some stage I'm looking for another leg down. Euro CAD is sideways. So look at the CAD yen. Since it's glassed up, it's not been doing much. I would like to see a lower level. Aussie US bought this yesterday and got stopped out, and today it dropped a little lower and pulled its socks up. I'm not going to trade it. I haven't got stopped out yesterday. I'm just going to leave it alone. It's trapped in a range. 95 is resistance above. The risk reward ratio is not healthy at all. Let's look at the FTSE. So back to the indices a second. FTSE, put in a hammer. Okay. 6,700 is the next stop, assuming we can break down from 6740 area. That's moving on to commodities, oil. So there's just not a lot going on. We are hitting some doldrums here, so that oil is neatly tucked under that fib level, which is a potential sell zone. We had spent a while up here, but spent the rest of the last 12 months under here. So we are going to need to break that high, break 107, and we should see 108, 110 quite quickly. 50 MA is creeping up, so another drop, another proper retest 105 could light the touch paper to come up on that. So be wary of that as well. Divergent RSI up there. Other commodities, beans sideways, wheat, stock meat out, and I'm going to have to leave it alone. I mean, if I'm going to buy back into there, I need a lot of convincing. And at the moment, corn hanging on. Sugar sideways. That's potash. Gold we've looked at. Okay, stocks. Wow, that's dropped out of the sky. VLO. I was in that. Got out at this resistance level. And that was, unless you got short on the break of that 56.98, that was tough. Linked in is shuffling sideways. Like I said before, I do like this as stock. I think the product is good. All the social media firms, this is the one the business community prefers. So it's sitting on a nice fib level there. It could potentially go to 180. So all the time that is shuffling sideways there, I would buy any dips and then see where you end up. Keg, JP Morgan, inching higher, and that could, we bust out of 58.22, and that could climb to the highs. Cyclically, this is not a great time to get loaded up on this stuff. And DE is weak. Alright, I'll do a proper stock scan over the weekend, as soon as we're in the second half of the week now. Otherwise, I will look forward to seeing you at the next update. Thanks for listening.